Hi, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my review of Divine Cities trilogy by Robert Jackson Bennett. I read this trilogy as part of Alan's read along last year. We had spoiler discussions for each book in his channel. I'll add those links in the description below if you want spoiler discussions, but this will be completely spoiler free. Bennett's latest series became very popular. First book was Tainted Cup. I'm not sure about the series name. Even his previous series, Foundry Side, was fairly popular, but this trilogy is underrated. I haven't seen many people talking about this in BookTube. I think this is his first fantasy trilogy, where book 1 is City of States, book 2 is City of Blades, and book 3 is City of Miracles. I think before writing this trilogy, he was a mystery author. We can clearly see that he used that strength in writing this series. Every book in this trilogy has a murder mystery element. I haven't read many series with the blending of mystery and fantasy genres. I enjoyed that a lot. I don't mind reading more. So the first book, City of Stairs, was set in a city called Bulikov, which had a lot of historical significance in this world. Bulikov and its sister cities have ruled the world in the past, have conquered the world and treated the rest of the world as its slaves. 100 years back, that changed when a country called Sepur found a way to kill those gods. So the beginning of this book, Bulikov, which ruled the world in the past, is under subjugation. Now Sepur is ruling Bulikov and its sister cities. In the past, Bulikov and its sister cities were built with the help of those gods, with the help of gods' miracles. Once those gods were gone, most of the buildings which were built by gods were gone. So we see many ruins in the city where buildings are not there, only stairs are left or only arches are left. Hence the name actually, hence the title City of States. So since Sepur started ruling them, they got rid of all God-related things, God-related divine objects where gods gave people in the past. They even passed the laws that no one is supposed to pray to these gods or no one is supposed to use these God-related divine objects. So book 1 started with a court case where one of the citizens was being charged with using of divine image to market his products. I loved how Bennett showed the unfairness of the world, current political situation, in just 20-30 pages. With this court case, I was completely invested in this world within just 30 pages. And then the plot kicks off with the arrival of a junior diplomat, Shara, who is our main protagonist. In public, she is just a diplomat who came to this city to work in embassy, but in private, she is actually a spy who came to investigate the murder of her mentor, who was researching these divine objects. Shara is a brilliant protagonist. She's intelligent and resourceful, and I loved her dynamic with the rest of the characters as well, including secondary characters. I especially liked her relationship with her friend who she went to college with, who is actually local to Bulikov. I loved the interactions between them. Their ideologies are completely different. One belonged to the ruling country, one belonged to the country under subjugation. Bennett did a fantastic job with the scenes where Shara and her friend discuss politics, where this friend is fighting to get business deals, fighting to get his people out of poverty, and Shara being a government employee. Those discussions are extremely well done, where we understand both sides. He did a fantastic job with all characters. Everyone has their own agency. There is not a single boring character in my opinion. Book 2, City of Blades, set in a different city where we follow different main character, and it explores goddess of war. Since we follow goddess of war and military themes, book 2 was much darker. We see war crimes and we see how important a good general is for any military expedition. To eliminate or to at least reduce war crimes, good senior leadership is very important. I think Bennett did this very well. My heart broke in this book. I was very angry when I read that, but now I can see how well done it is. In book 3, City of Miracles, again we follow a different character. Though we follow different characters, it is a continuous story. We have to read in the order of book 1, book 2 and book 3. And in every book we follow a murder mystery, different murder mystery. The stakes were much higher in book 3. I mean, it makes sense. Everything needs to be wrapped up in the final book with the gods and what happened in the past. And it has thrilling chase scene, very Mission Impossible level. I was at the edge of my seat reading that. I think Bennett is very good in action scenes. Those scenes are very vivid. Overall, it is a fantastic trilogy with unique setting. I loved what Bennett did with gods and their relationship with humans. That was something unique I haven't read in any other series. And there are darker themes, but focus was never on the violence or the gore. What happens in the book breaks our heart. At the same time, it was never tough to read. And it has fantastic characters, especially fantastic female characters. Though it has unique world building, tight plotting, intriguing mystery, and amazing action scenes, my favorite thing in this trilogy definitely is his character work. If I ever make a video recommending authors who writes good female characters, Robert Jackson Bennett would definitely be among them. I think all three characters, Shara, Mulegesh, Sigrud, would be in the list of my favorite characters. Even secondary characters, two characters who appear in City of Blades and City of Miracles, they will definitely be among my favorite female characters. All three books are only around 450 pages, so definitely give it a try. I highly recommend it. And if you have read any other fantasy series with mystery elements, please recommend them to me in the comments. Please like, comment and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.